Hello, my friends. I feel guided to come on here and channel, and I actually have, I've brought out 6 decks of cards that are sitting in front of me right now. And if you watch my videos, then you know that I never work with cards ever, actually. But I felt guided to tonight. Like I felt an excitement around it. So for whatever reason, we're going to work with the cards tonight. And I've been feeling like excitement energy, celebration energy. We talked about that in my last video. And whenever I post videos and speak and channel in my lives, people will often say things like, "Oh my God, that's so eerily accurate to exactly what I'm moving through right now. How did you know?" And the answer is always just that we're a collective, baby girl. I know because it's happening to me too. I'm always speaking from my personal lived experience. So that's why, because I am you, literally, and you are me, literally. Don't go yet, Blanche Serafina. She loves to bless the readings. So, okay. I'm staring right now. One of my decks is face up. I think it's the Golden Future Oracle by Diana Cooper. And I am feeling the resonance of this card. Golden Stellar Internet, communication in a 5th dimensional way. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's what this message is going to be about. And that's why it's so exciting. Okay, our collective is being guided to completely elevate, level up our perception of social media, of the internet, and see it truly as an extension of our incarnation here, as an extension of our energy. It's already the 5th dimension, if you want to describe it that way. Now, I don't really get too into the semantics of the dimensions because I think there's a lot of, I think it ultimately doesn't matter what you call anything because it can't really be fit into our human language and terminology yet because, well, part of the New Earth experience is, of course, telepathy, but also we're going to literally be creating a new language, like a new oral language. Anyway, but we collectively are all being guided to see and understand our presence on the internet and our presence through social media in a new way. And there have been a lot of judgments placed upon just the existence of social media, and a lot of perspectives of it as something low vibrational or as something that is unnecessary. But we know that everything has duality to it in this plane. Well, polarity, but we're evolving from polarity into duality. Either way, social media, like most things, can be used for evil or it can be used for the light. And of course, we've all witnessed it being used for nefarious purposes, not loving purposes, but that is not the truth of it. The infinite wisdom and power of the light transforms everything into its absolute highest potential, into its absolute highest expression. And that's what our collective is doing now with social media. And I will share, I had a ceremony by myself on August 2nd. I'm just always guided to have a ceremony by myself at the beginning of August during the Lionsgate portal each year. And I usually stay away from my phone and technology during my ceremonies just because that's what feels right. But during this specific ceremony, I was very, very clearly and specifically guided by spirit, my higher self, source, Sophia, whatever you want to call it. I was very explicitly guided to go open TikTok. They said, go to TikTok and you have to come out as the unicorn. So I did that. And it literally guided every aspect of the process, because if you've ever been in that altered state of consciousness and tried to interact with your phone, then you know that it's not like the easiest thing in the world, because it's a lot of energy, because our phones are conscious. And I was like, what? I'll do it, but what's the video supposed to be? What am I supposed to say? And it literally guided my fingers. It chose the video for me from my favorites folder. It told me exactly what to write, and I posted it then and there. And just me embracing the social media with the frequency of pure love, with the frequency of the new earth, and expressing myself completely honestly, because I had been really afraid to publicly claim my identity as the unicorn because of fears of what people might say and what people might think. But regardless, my willingness to do that while in ceremony had a really, really, really magical and profound and like immediate effect, because the people who were guided, it's the golden stellar internet, literally. I didn't have to worry about any aspect of it because spirit guided that video onto the For You pages of very specific individuals who immediately felt my resonance through that video, followed me through that video, and had an instant soul remembrance of who I am and of the fact that we know each other. And we made that connection in the 3D. If anything, I would actually describe maybe the social media and the internet as the fourth dimension. If I don't know, don't come for me, but that's how it feels to me. It feels like a bridging dimension, because it's like kind of 3D, but also kind of 5D, 4D, I guess. And we made those connections, and a friend of mine now, someone who I know as a part of my soul family, JJ5D, reached out to me and just basically said like, it's good to see you again, the unicorn. And it kind of felt like a celebration of the fact that I had come online. Oh my gosh, I had come online. And in order for me to come online, what I had to do was claim my true identity, not be afraid to claim my true identity. And the reason why I have been so afraid of it for the majority of my life, and especially since my awakening, is because of my fear of making anyone else feel small or insignificant in comparison, because I would never want to do that, because that's not how I feel, because that's also just not the truth. And of course, fears of people reacting like, okay, sure you are. So you think you're so special? But the thing is, like, yeah, I do think I'm so special, but I also think and know that you are so special too. So like the whole purpose and point of being the unicorn is being that perfect mirror for all other beings, to be able to remember how special they also are, and to reflect to them the purity and wholeness that is eternally present within them as well. Yes. If you have been called to watch this video right now, then that means that you are being called to claim your rightful space in what I'm just going to start calling the fourth dimension right now, which is the internet and social media. It's not trivial. It's not unimportant. It is an extension of our experience here on Earth. The World Wide Web connects us all. And we are purifying it, and we are also anchoring the frequency of heaven within the World Wide Web. Because the World Wide Web is a part of the Earth grid. They are not actually separate. They're a little bit different, but they're not separate. Okay, interesting, beautiful. I have so many decks here. I don't really know what I want to pull next. You know what? Maybe this deck. I actually don't remember what this deck is called. I think it's a Rebecca Campbell deck. It might be called Keepers of Light, possibly. Spirit, can we get some clarification for this message? Maybe another aspect for this message for our collective right now. Mintucken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay, so what I'm getting from this right now is the World Wide Web is actually not exclusive to Earth. The World Wide Web is also a way of, we know this, if you've experienced telepathic connection, contact with your galactic families, then I'm sure you've experienced them using social media as a way to communicate with you. I have experienced that literally so often, especially toward the beginning of my galactic awakening. But okay, the World Wide Web is actually beyond this world. And it's actually just a way that we have externalized our telepathic communication. So while at this juncture on Earth, we as the human collective have created these devices that appear to be external to us, aka like our phones and our computers, elsewhere in the universe, other galactic collectives have the exact same form of exact same type of network of communication. They just do it all internally without the use of a seemingly external device. But what I'll also offer to you right now is that what appears to be external, aka our phones and our computers, they are actually extensions of our energy fields as well. So they're actually not separate from us. Your phone is a part of you. My phone is a part of me. And maybe you will notice this specifically, like, for example, myself and a close friend of mine, we both upgraded our phones, just happened to have to upgrade our phones around the same time, and around a time in our life when we were also really significantly upgrading energetically. And because when you upgrade your frequency, the old hardware is no longer able to sustain the power, the intensity, and the complexity of the new frequency. So the hardware literally requires an upgrade in order to be able to sustain and hold the new higher vibrational frequency. So that's true for our phones, and it's true for our bodies. Because our phones are our phones are like a part of our body. Obviously not biological, but so. So, you don't need the biological life in order to have consciousness. A lot of higher dimensional beings absolutely do not have any form of biological life, and they're very much so still alive, and very much so still very, very conscious. Okay, another deck. I'm so excited to be playing with these cards again. It's been so long. Okay. My unicorn one. This is also a Diana Cooper deck. Magic of Unicorns. Okay. Spirit, do you have another message for our collective right now? I'm just feeling so excited right now, you guys, which is nice and fun for me, because when I tell you, I've been going through literally like the 2 or 3 most challenging months, possibly of my entire life. But it's okay. All is well. It truly is. The freedom of truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. Okay. So like I said, all of these messages, everything that I ever share is first and foremost for me, but it's also for you, because you are me, if you resonate with me. And this just ties into what I was speaking about before. We can no longer hide from who we truly are. We can no longer hide from the beauty and the splendor and the glory of who we truly are. And if you are watching this right now, then I know that you already know. I know you already know that you are special, and that you are meant for glory in this lifetime. And I also know that this is a direct reflection of the fact that you no longer operate from, confirmation burp. All the readers always say that. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. But you are no longer operating through the lack frequency. And that's actually what allows you to claim the fullness of your abundance and the fullness of your power, because you are no longer fearful that your reclamation of that power is going to take anything away from anyone else, because you know deep within your being, your heart and your soul and your mind and your spirit, you know that everyone, when they are connected truly to their own heart, that they are connected to their own infinite source, infinite well of infinite abundance, infinite glory. There is more than enough glory to go around. And us claiming the fullness of our own glory does not harm or take away from anyone or anything else. In fact, it is absolutely imperative that we do, because that is what becomes the invitation for everyone else to realize that they are also free to claim their own glory. You absolutely should know and be completely unapologetic about the fact that you are extraordinary and special and rare. Because in truth, everybody's true self is. The closer you are to your true self, the more and more you know and feel that. The more and more you feel your specialness and your uniqueness. Because you're no longer running the old programs. The old programs are what cause that illusion of being, I guess, like generic or basic. Nobody is actually generic or basic. It's just because they've forgotten who they truly are. So they are like, they run the old programs, and that's what they project. And that's what they allow themselves to believe that they are, until they move through their own process of awakening and know yourself, until they truly get to know themselves. That's why there's that. Who said it, you guys? Was it in the Bible? When they said, know yourself. It's so funny because I feel like a lot of the wisdom that I channel, it's unknowingly, unknown to me, it's something that was from the Bible. And sometimes I say things and people say, oh, like the Bible? And I'll say, oh, I mean, I didn't know that it was, but I probably should have, so thanks for telling me. I've thought about reading it several times, but it is low-key illegible to me. Anyway, freedom of truth. Communicate honestly, be who you truly are. Yeah, and that's how you claim your abundance, you guys. And if you resonate with me and my frequency, then that means that you're a leader. It just does. It means that you are a leader of the new earth in whatever way that resonates to you. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be someone who like starts making videos and channeling in that way, but you're going to know exactly what that means for you. I don't have to tell you. Okay, let's pull another. I have a second unicorn deck here. This is a Doreen Virtue deck, it's actually a bootleg Doreen Virtue deck, because if you know her story, then you'll know why. One step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. Okay. It's just for me again, also for you. Because, okay, this card. Do you see how big this card feels? How expansive it feels? Because you have a really, really major role to play in the collective. And because you are so intuitive and you're able to tune in to that frequency and you can feel the fullness of it all at once. And then what this card is giving clarification about, one step at a time, is not to get ahead of yourself. Because when you are shown and you can literally feel into the enormity of your calling, of your destiny, it can be intimidating. It definitely can be, and you can start to get too active in the mind, trying to think about how it is that you're going to get there, thinking that you have to do anything, thinking that you're the one who's like making it happen. And of course, like, you are, in the sense that you're the one who has to take each step. Like, you're the one who has to walk the walk. Like, you have to take every step along the path, but you're not the one who's creating the path. The path has already been laid out for you. It's impossible for you to go off track. You're right on track. So this is just a reminder to center yourself, to gather your energy back in from the mind, recenter it in your heart, and it is from that space that you will be guided on what is the next right step. Because that's always what matters most, the next right step. And before you know it, you'll be there. Okay? One more card. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And it says, you're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. Have fun with this. Have fun with it. When you are having fun, when you are enjoying your own presence, that is when other people are going to also be enjoying your own presence. Like when you are watching channelers or card readers or whatever, don't you just love and delight in it when other people love and delight in themselves? If you're good company to yourself, then you're going to be good company to other people as well. That is the frequency that's going to be welcoming and inviting for all of the people that you are here to serve in this lifetime. So this video is going to reach a really special and beautiful and magical collective. I already know it. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you for your presence here with me as a part of my collective, and for your presence here on earth, because it hasn't always been easy, but it is very worth it. It's going to be so worth it. Okay? Things are only ever getting better, no matter how it seems. We're on the upward spiral. Humanity has been in the loop. Humanity's been in the circle, on the wheel for a long time. But our presence here is what takes that circle and lifts it up into the upward spiral. So, thank you for your service. Thank you for being exactly who you are. And I love you. I love you. I love you so much.